Good evening, everyone, and welcome to another tournament stream. Woo! So basically, it started a little bit late because actually my whole system was giving me problems. Not my beautiful new laptop, but actually just basically my internet. So that wasn't fun. But yeah, tonight we are streaming the Challengers Finals, and I've never streamed those before, so I'm really happy to be able to do so because usually it's just like at the same time with the professionals, and I do basically pick that over challenges when streaming. But yeah, tonight we have a rare opportunity. We have the lower bracket finals and then the grand finals for the challengers, basically the middle echelon as they call it. So yeah, there's a 3-minute delay on the stream and there's a giveaway on this stream. Basically, you have to guess the damage that Serenity does as a team in the third game of the matchup. Post your in-game name, server, and the exact damage guess to win one of 4 fan containers. And for the grand finals, I will also be giving away 2 battle passes. So that will follow a little bit later. But yeah, for now we are just waiting for the timer to drop of the room to drop below 3 minutes because there's a 3-minute delay on the stream. That is to avoid anyone being able to stream snipe, but that also means that we cannot go into the room until the timer is below that. So yeah, that's basically it. I want to see the cat again, so let's do that quickly. That is still funny. Honestly, I can't get enough of that. That's awesome. I'm probably gonna miss it when I have my, like, the proper one that I'm getting. So yeah, half a minute left to go. Let's have a quick look. Because tomorrow we continue with the professionals. But tonight we have Serenity versus KK. And after that we have whoever wins that against enemy. So kind of curious what's going to happen there. Obviously, I'm expecting some beautiful matches. We've watched Serenity play before, and honestly, I'm sorry that they didn't make top 8 because they are epic. So I have high hopes for them. So let's have a quick look. We can go into the room. We are starting off on main runes, and as per usual, I have a map video. And I actually have something today that actually helps me with this as well. Because like you have those big temples, when you're doing the free cam you can get really stuck on that. But I knew that there is a mod that you can install that allows you to fly through the buildings in free cam. And that just means that you don't get stuck anymore. It also means that you can spectate properly on Ghost Factory, for instance, or on Faust, without your camera jumping you on top of things immediately, which is honestly one of the biggest reasons I don't like streaming Ghost Factory. But I've actually installed that mod because now I have a laptop that allows me to do that sort of thing. So I should not be able to get stuck anymore, so that would be absolutely grand. There's an impronounceable nickname on KK's side. The upper budget. I'm just gonna call him NC. So yeah, now we just wait 1 minute and a half. 1.5 minutes. There you go. I'll get there eventually. Left to go before we go into the first game of this matchup. It is a best of 7, meaning that the team that reaches 4 victories first is the one that is basically going through to the grand finals, and whoever loses this matchup is actually out because this is the lower bracket. So we have Serenity ready with a VK72, 2 STBs and 4 FTs, and they're going to go up against 2 Batchats, 2 FTs, an IS7 and 2 VK72s. Kinda curious how that will pan out, because like the STBs have that lovely little bit of turret armor, but Batchats are, well, Batchats, and if they clip together then tactically the STBs could be in trouble. So we'll have to wait and see what they manage to do with both of them, to be honest. A lot depends on positions and everything. That's also why I never go over the tactics. We could see this, we could see that. The thing is, they could go every which way. And even though usually a team will go that side or that side on a map, you still don't know for certain that they will do that. Because the thing is that, because they've discussed tactics and trained on these maps and everything, it just means that they can go anywhere and they can make any side work. And here we go. With Unman I know which server, that is in the EU, I think. Yeah, all the 5s are EU. Like, if they have an ID, then it's fine. It's more because the sometimes YouTube basically censors the ID numbers thinking that it's spam. That's why I say in-game name and server. But in-game name and ID is even better, honestly. Makes it easier for me, because then I don't have to look up their ID later on, if they win. So, we are in the battle. I've not actually heard battle sounds yet, but that might have to do with basically my internet glitching earlier. We have the STBs going into the middle and having a look at base C, but there's no one there because all of KK is sticking together and heading towards the middle and A area. Void of Reality is there. He gets spotted. Oh, dies! Ooh, he got absolutely deleted. I can also fly much higher with this camera mod. Green light is there. Will probably cap the base. Is being set upon though. Void of Reality not quite crossing over. Green light losing a whole lot of HP very, very quickly. And now we have Da Silva facing off against the VKs. He's not alone though. Belfrod is there as well. That's weird. That was like he got hit, but then it also bounced, I think. Or there was 2 traces at once. That can also be the case, of course. Saturn losing a lot of HP. Void of Reality actually does go down there. But now we have Fabon and Alfred arriving. Future Simple Saturn, both are gone. And now we have EQ and Milky Way trying to take out Spit. And they are just shooting the IS-7, setting him on fire. Poor thing. There goes Spit. Fabon takes a hit. And now we have our first ammo rack of the evening, because why not? And the last one left alive, as we fly through the building, was the Batchat, but he got blown up just as we flew through. There we go. Quick and aggressive game there by Serenity, taking home the first victory. 4NC got absolutely obliterated there. One and a half minute left to go before we go into the second game. Let's see. Yes, this is the second division, the middle echelon. Because basically the the top echelon or the professionals, they have like a break day today, and then tomorrow we have some double elimination starting, and the day after that finishes as well. I'm hoping I get to stream that too. Haven't had confirmation yet from Wargaming, so fingers crossed there. Hey Andy! And everyone, of course. Sometimes I see people stop by in the chat and I'm like, oh my god, that person and that person. Andy's one of my favorite people in the game. So I tend to always say hi. That's the thing though, we have Andy Vengeance, we have Andy Lord Cantius, and then we have Andrei. Basically, like, there's a lot of Andys in my clan. Hey Eric! Half a minute left to go before we go into the second game, and now we see basically KK spamming the VK72 with only one VK90, not even an FT, and they're going to go up against 4 FTs, a Rhinoceronte, a VK72 and a Batchat. I'm really curious to see how this will go, because that's more or less a troll lineup. At the same time, there is a lot of German super steel. And the STBs are no longer there, so it's gonna be interesting. I'm curious to see how this will go. This will either go really, really well or really, really badly. Let's see. I always wonder, like, what happens if they log into the game. How this affects the teams, like on voice, when they see the lineup of the other team, like this, with all the VKs. Are you going to play like you would normally, or are you going to change what you're doing? I think that generally you start like normal and you have a look at what's going to happen. So by the way, I understood that you can basically make this into a satellite, which is pretty much like the case, because look at how high I can fly. So we have, you actually have like a misty clouds kind of thing. The Silva in the middle, holding, probably guessing that there's going to be people there. They are capping base C. Belfrod, probably, yeah, he pulls back, which is a wise decision, especially now that some of the VKs have been spotted. First shots have been taken. Oh, that's Silva losing so much HP so quickly. That's the thing though with the VKs, they pack a wallop when they want to. Of course, most of the other tanks are there as well. Da Silva goes down. They may have the base, but they are in trouble. EQ losing a little bit of HP. Lance moving in. There's more people there though. Belfort and Alfred and Lance all taking hits. Nice bounce there. They're not quite focus firing though. So many guns. Belfort is like, I don't really want to be here anymore. Lance gets taken out. That's the second gun gone from Serenity. Base C is being stolen right now. Void of Reality does not want to be there anymore either. Is getting absolutely murdered. You can say what you want. It might be a meme lineup, but it's definitely working out for KK. Alpha taking huge hits, and there goes Future Simple. That's the first gun from KK gone. Alfred now reloading. Alfred, very little HP left. Spit still healthy though, but Alfred goes down. And basically with all the VKs, there's so much armor and so much HP. And now we have Saturn going after Belfort. And he's not going to survive this unless he can play Ring Around the Roses, which is probably going to be tricky because there's so many guns. And Saturn is like full HP. Oh dear. A bomb goes down. Milky Way might go down either, but Spit is basically being eaten alive in the middle there. Belfort is now on a reload. This is like, it's working. Belfort goes down. Spit, the last one left alive. And it is Saturn that takes him out. Dang. Oof. Brutal game there though. Basically kind of like the reverse of what happened in the first match. So we are heading off to our second map, which is of course Winter Malinovka. And we have a video for that map as well. 1.5 minutes left to go. After this is over, like the video thing, I mean, I will stop the guessing in the chat. But like I said, there will be another giveaway with the second matchup. Also not entirely certain why we don't have sound. I might restart the game in between the matchups. Obviously not going to try that now, because then we might miss matches and I don't want that to happen. So there I can't type. Basically when we go towards the third match, I want to make sure that people can't guess anymore to keep it fair. Giving it a few more seconds now. I've got it like ready, so before we head into the battle, I will actually just press enter. Let's see. For Winter Malinovka, we see Serenity taking 4 FTs, a mouse and 215B and an AMX 30B. We see the 50B around, but the 30B we don't see that much. And on the other side we see a Batchat, 5 FTs and a mouse. There we go. Typed it in the chat so people can't guess anymore now. Yeah, I like it. Thing is though that with the challenges, because it's not being streamed, I think that's also why when it is streamed it gets a bit more attention, and well deserved of course. Because the thing is, like, this is top 16. This is still very epic level gameplay that we see here. And like, it kind of like Serenity, that's won championships and everything. Yeah. Oh no, there's actually games that's just really soft. Okay. B heading to the middle. Might want to get the drop on. Ooh, and he does that. Shots fired. The TDs immediately having been spotted as well. And we see the first hits being taken by NC. As he goes to a position where he might be relatively safe, he kind of wants to get out of there. He might not be able to get away with it. There you go, now he's unspotted and... Ooh! That was a blind shot! Cheeky! Well shot, Da Silva. Base A now being stolen. And so far Serenity is not taking any hit in turn. Also, I find this kind of fun because there have been matches where we've seen a Batchat in positions like this. And I remember when we saw Ender going here and getting blindshotted by 3 FTs from the other side and just murder. Acino being kept. Bessie, of course, not completely unprotected either. Beautiful camo, this. Love the colors. Obviously, that is the sort of stuff that I pay attention to. Yeah. And both Serenity and KK seem to be content in just waiting. But KK seems to be... Yeah, they are getting spotted as they try to get down there. And Pelford is like, I don't really want to be there anymore. Da Silva takes a hit. Saturn getting hit as he crosses over. Da Silva is basically the sacrificial lamb now. He is taking hits. He's not completely without support. But he is costing KK a lot of HP. He does get another hit in, but he is going to go... No, never mind, not yet. Void of Reality taking a big hit as well. B has been kept in the meantime. Nice, cheeky. Da Silva so far man of the match, shooting the Batchat with a blind shot. And so far still surviving. He is not going to survive this one though. Yeah, there he goes. He is the first one gone. B and C have both been kept, even though A has been stolen. Serenity still has and will keep the point advantage. Spitfire is taking hits, as does Alfred. Saturn not looking too healthy either. And now we have Milky Way getting shot from multiple sides and goes down. Saturn coming up on the other side. Future Simple shooting Lance all the way at the back, and actually Alfred absorbing the shot for Future Simple. But there are 3 tanks shooting Future Simple, and that's going to make him simple pass quite quickly. And there we go. Serenity having a gun advantage, but also a large HP advantage. Saturn getting lucky there to survive another one. Vabon gets set on fire and goes down. Hornet gets murdered. So does EQ. And now we just have these 3. With Void of Reality taking out Green Light, and that leads Serenity to 1000 points. And victory. Beautiful, aggressive game again. 14,450 is the winning score for the first giveaway. Also find it, well, funny that Lance actually didn't do any damage here, despite the overwhelming just dominance here from Serenity. Also, just to be clear, when I say that kind of stuff, I do not mean that he played badly or anything like that. He just didn't get a shot in. It happens. Sometimes being where you are is as important as getting damage done, etc. It is still a team game. But when a team wins that convincingly, it's just all to see a 0. Well, not a 0, a stripe, I should say. To be fair, yes, Spit was isolated, but at the same time, he is a mouse. His job is to absorb. Which is exactly what he did, really. So with 45 seconds left to go, we are getting ready to go into the 4th game of this best of 7. Serenity now taking an IS-7, 4 FTs, a VK-90 and a Batchat. versus a Batchat, 3 FTs, 2 mice, and a VK72. Let's see. I do kind of like with the map rotations and everything, but I do miss maps. I miss Faust. So let's see. And here we go. Things are very aggressive and quick though. I'm not really used to that. But to be honest, not used anymore. Like the games on the U can be quite long, really. Belfrod not going towards base A as such. We have NC going to see if anyone is there. He is not spotting anyone. Da Silva is crossing on the way at the back there. Belfrod not spotting anyone. But Saturn has been spotted. As says Milky Way, and Milky Way, where is he at? Lost quite a bit of HP there. And he's like dug into a little corner. I can fly! Look at this! Behind the red line. That's makes spectating so much easier, honestly. So now he's just holding here. This is also funny. I can actually fly through the ground, by the way, which is hilarious. So Milky Way lost a bit of HP. Da Silva kept base A. Belfrod is there for support. But they're not actually pushing. Hornet being very careful. Belfrod is still there. He gets spotted, but ooh, so does Belfrod. And he takes a hit for it. So now he has to be a little bit careful. Hornet taking hits immediately as well. From the FTs in the spawn and from Vabon there. I'm not entirely certain what the plan is. Well, actually, no, we are. Because we have 3 FTs there. And Da Silva is not going to like that. It is again going to be have to hold. And immediately we see Serenity respond as well in town, pushing there. They know that they're going to lose Da Silva. The question is, how long can Da Silva hold? And can they grab base B? Because they know that base A is going to get stolen. Serenity also pushing for base C potentially. Yes, they are. Or maybe they're just pushing through. Alfred arriving. They know that Milky Way is there. And Alfred takes a hit. Saturn is looking in the other way. Taking huge hits. And slowly but surely dying. With Spit going in for the kill there. Now Milky Way is being set upon as well. Belfrod getting those hits in. Narrowly not ramming the mouse. We have seen that happen before and we still have questions about that. In this case, he avoided that happening. Da Silva finally goes down, but 2 tanks from KK are gone in the same time. Fabon is not looking too healthy, but even though Serenity lost the tank, Da Silva held on very long here. And of course they have 2 bases. Hornet now being set upon. Mouse absorbing damage but gets tracked, and that's of course expensive. Hornet still alive, if barely. Spit taking out all the mice today. Alfred not quite getting that shot in. But they are at 850 points. Future Simple is going to hurt, or is it FQ? EQ that is going to. For the reality shoots EQ in the end. NC goes down. EQ goes down, and there we have it. We are already at 1k points. Again, Serenity reigning supreme with the supremacy. Is background music loud? Yeah, we can do something about that. There we go. Should be better now. It's a bit tricky to find the right levels, basically. Also, like my Microphone probably isn't as close as it could be. Either way, I did up the, well, lower the music a little bit. Anyhow, we are going on to Alpenstadt, which looks like this. I always feel like a Swiss mountain village vibe, for me at least. Yeah, map boundaries are totally ignored. It is awesome, honestly. Like, when you're spectating, it makes all the difference. But yeah, we are at the potential match point of Serenity. If they win the next game, then they are through to the grand finals and KK will be out. Yeah, I think it's just basically microphone stuff, probably. Like, I'm not sure what's going on tonight, but things are not quite working as intended. Hopefully this should be better. Reposition some things. Half a minute left to go, and we have Serenity ready with a VK72, a VK90, a Batchat and 4 FTs versus Mouse, Batchat and 5 FTs. It might also be the difference, like if I look half sideways, then I'm not speaking directly into the microphone, so that could also be it, really. Here we go, potential match point. This is the thing though, like, I've talked about this with BPS so much, like, with Zerd always being the sacrificial lamb. Sacrificial lambs work though, especially when the other team takes the bait that you're putting out there for them. In this case, Da Silva, both games on Winter Malinovka there, the perfect bait. He survived long enough to secure Serenity the victory there. Belfrod heading towards base A. Has little support, but most of KK will be there, so that might be tricky. He spots Future Simple. He does not get spotted in turn. You see the blind shots happening. They know that there's people there. Traces left and right. Lance was getting shot at as well. Belfrod does get a shot in. And this is kind of funny because they know that they are there. This is even more evil. If he's going to cap, if he gets away with capping, that is going to be... This is also bait though, like he might take a hit for it. Yeah, that's... He's like, I don't need to be there anymore. With green light spotting him. Well played, both sides. In the meantime, we have Spit in the middle there. And then C as well. I wonder if Belfrod is going to try that again. Because KK is actually getting out of there right now. And they don't know that. Serenity does not know that. But it's going to be very funny if this works. They are rotating around towards base C. Spit holding there. And now, this is also like a thing now. He's looking the other way, so he's now side scraping in another direction basically. But nothing is completely unprotected. We have Fabon keeping an eye on things on this side, but that far off you don't actually spot anyone. Milky Way now going in for the cap. Hornet is there to support. And now we have EQ and Annabelle rotating around a little bit. And C moving in. Driving through walls, that might be something that they will notice. Slowly turning. Belfrod. Oh, that was a blind shot into the bush before Belfrod was... That was a blind shot. Oh, I love this kind of clever gameplay, honestly. Brilliantly done. And that's the thing, like, Greenlight was shooting it and wasn't hitting anyone. And then they were like, yeah, just shoot a big gun there as well. And HP, poof. And C heading towards the middle area-ish here. Gets spotted for it though. Gets hit for it by Da Silva. Spit now, dropping down below. Wanting to also get a hit in. He's just driving backwards here because why not? Gets a nice hit in. And then just drives forwards to not be shot back. Serenity has a comfortable point lead. They don't really need to do anything. They just need to keep base A safe. And keep base B from being capped. Fabon now taking a bit of a hit. And C is in a very tricky position here. Can't really get out of it. Tries to back out. Has gone unspotted now. And at the same time we have KK pushing on the other side. Going after Fabon. Some important shots not planning there. They are actually getting in each other's way. Fabon is not going to survive this. Is the first gun gone? But it is costing them quite a bit of HP. Void of reality. Oh, that was an Amarak. Can we just say it already? Is Da Silva like man of the matchup? Like this game as well, with the Amarak and everything. Void of reality. And C goes down. EQ not looking too healthy either. They kind of have to do something, but they are gunned down. They are points down. They need to focus fire. Void of reality goes down. But EQ is not looking too healthy. Hornet is pulling back, and now we have Milky Way. Ooh, Da Silva might actually die here. Lance taking a hit. There goes EQ. Da Silva goes down. Oof, big hit into the Batchat. But they are so far keeping their guns alive. It is 3v4 with 3 of them over here. All they need to do is drive into base A. Belfraud is not going to survive that one, no. Spit and Alfred. The last one's alive. And they kind of have to go in because base A is now being capped. So they're going to lose on points unless they get the kills quickly. Oh, he's going in for the ram. He has to go in for the ram. Ram kill? Nope, denied. He does get an important kill there, but they still need all the kills. Alfred goes down, and this will be KK's match based on the fact that Spit cannot get all the bases or all the kills in time, because here we go. Very well played by both teams. Push actually working out really nicely there for KK. It looked to be going the other way, to be honest, for the longest time. Even with the Amarak and the mouse being cornered and everything, but KK turned it around there. So now it is 3-2. Again, potential match point for Serenity. If they win, then they are through. If KK wins, then we get a tiebreaker. And let's have a look. Just over a minute left to go. I don't think Serenity expected... Well, to be fair, no one expects to lose anything, to be honest. So that's kind of a stupid remark, but... But they are rethinking what they're taking. The Silver goes back into the IS-7. Alpha in an IS-7 as well. Belfraud now in a VK-72. We see 2 FTs. No, there we go. 3 FTs, maybe 4. And it is 4. Versus a Batchat, 4 FTs, a VK-90 and a mouse. Half a minute left to go. This is funny. I see in the chat now Agassi saying as if Serenity needed an ammo rack. Yeah, that was funny. Just wait. And here we go. To be fair, I have noticed that there's so many ammo racks this game. Well, this season, I should say. And it's part of the game things. It's part of, in my opinion, the strengths and weaknesses of tanks. So it's valid that they happen. There's just a lot of them because the FT is ammo racked relatively quickly. And let's see, Serenity heading towards B and A. And KK pretty much doing the same thing. This Future Simple lying in wait. And C. Ooh, the FTs are actually crossing over there. Together with the IS-7s. It's like 5 very ammo rackable tanks. And C is there. He gets spotted. Shots have happened. Alpha now taking quite a bit of a hit. But so does NC. Alpha not looking too healthy. Oh, that's Silver taking a huge hit there. Future Simple losing HP. That was a blind shot. And C deciding to not want to be there anymore. Belfort is holding base A, has been capped. The Silver is holding. The FTs of course are still there. There we go, green light getting spotted. I think that's mainly the intention. Oof. Base C getting decapped there a little bit by a huge hit into NC. Green light getting shot at. Da Silva losing more HP though, has to be a little bit careful. Lance holding. Belfort rotating around towards base B-ish. Alpha deciding not to be there anymore. Serenity is rotating back, leaving Da Silva. Because that is what Da Silva is doing a lot this matchup. He might be the sacrificial lamb again. But at the same time, KK is rotating around as well. Hornet and EQ are holding in spawn, expecting a push over there. Da Silva has been spotted again. And Serenity rotating back around a bit through their spawn. Alpha still there to help Da Silva and at least not having get rushed through the A-ish area. I almost said something else and then I realized that would sound really, really bad. Serenity expecting a push from C. KK expecting a push from A. And as such, nothing is happening. That being said though, Serenity has the point advantage. They don't really need to do anything. They can just hold and wait. I actually like going behind the red line. Makes it so much easier to spectate some positions when people are dug in. Like right now we're just flying around. This is actually something that I do not so much because I don't want to hover. But because wargaming, when I first started streaming, I actually got told that I need to move the camera more. They want me to move the camera more and just basically stay in motion because that looked better. So that's basically how I got around to this. Hornet getting spotted. Shot into Hornet by Alpha, who gets spotted for it. But Alpha has a nice little rock. The Silva is rotating, well, not so much around. Base B is now being taken. Saturn is going after Da Silva. Da Silva takes a big hit for that. But he's making sure that the mouse can't actually shoot him. That is a game-changing shot there. Saving Da Silva. Milky Way goes down. Alpha is still alive. Base A is being stolen. Base C is being stolen. Base B is being capped. Belfort holding in the middle. Big hits into Future Simple. Void of Reality taking a big hit there. Alpha goes down. And now Void knows that he's going to reload faster. He does not quite kill him though. Belfort not looking too healthy either. But Base B has been capped. Belfort goes down. Lance does not get hit for that. Future Simple goes down. 3v4. But Serenity has a convincing amount of points. Fabon going after... Well, not actually after Green Light. He goes down there, as does Hornet. And now we have... That was like a double tap, has to have been. And Serenity has the game on kills and points. And they are through to the grand finals. To be fair, no, what Love did in that corner, it has worked before. It's just, it's tricky stuff. It doesn't always work. A lot depends on what your enemy team is doing, basically. Beautiful games all around. And now we just have to wait. I think, yeah, 32 minutes, and then we have the next game. I've got some nice little replays. I can actually announce the giveaway winners first, though. Let's have a look. Oh, by the way, Agassi just said, like, in the chat with me, if two people are getting the same damage, I'll go in chronological order. Completely agree. Like, if they both win, that's fine, of course, but if they only one of them can win still, then it's the one that gets it first. So yeah, defend containers will go to What You Doing, Naughty Badger, Maxi Apple 2, and Sagorsa. Again, I'm handing all the winners onto Wargaming at the end of my stream season here. Well, this Wednesday, I think, and then we will. Then you will. Sorry, I'm struggling with words. You will get the fan containers sooner, but the battle passes will be for July, so that will be later on. Of course, when the battle pass launches. So let's just start the second giveaway so people can start guessing. Also seeing what happens. Porta Silva. He survives this part though. Start guess. Oh crap, no, that is me being a little bit too early. Never mind. Oh god. That's a bit too early. In the meantime, I've got like a quick panel thingy that Google is now in Acer is giving me, which is not what I want. Yeah, I realized that now. But that's with the delay thing. I just wanted to be like on time. But yeah, I've got some pattern replays, so I'm going to start one of those. Let's have a look. It's one of those tanks I rarely touch it, honestly. It's a good tank. But just, I don't know. So many other things are like so much better. Grand finals, by the way, we will have Serenity versus Enemy, which should be good. Let's have a look. People are there. That's an interesting position to be in for the T62A. He has to be careful to not get hit by the TDs though, because they are usually there as well. And he has like no support whatsoever. What's the team in the corner there? That's always tricky though. I mean, yes, you have to work as a team, but I'm not a fan of everyone stacked together because that also generally doesn't work out well. There goes the Yo. We have the 907 coming in. Nice. Nice rounds. People everywhere. The thing is with Batten though, like it can perform quite nicely, but at the same time it is such a tricky tank. Because it doesn't have that much armor, and it's quite a high profile, which can also be tricky. There's a Yege. I keep wanting to tilt the camera. This is replay, so it works a little bit differently. Kranwagen should have him. That is cheeky, mean. A little bit of fire always helps, but Leo still gets the kill in the end. Knowing me, I'd probably just go for base B and cap that, and just to troll them and add on the pressure. Nice. Nice bit of farming. I would have gone for the kill there. That's also the thing, because you don't have that much armor. With the Jaeger now giving him all the attention. Cheeky. Nice bit of farming. He can handle taking a shot though, unless... Oof, nice, especially now. Unless he gets ammo wrecked, of course, I was gonna say. There we go. Now it's the question, where is the Mino? The Mino did get a kill, so we know he's not AFK. Oh, there he is, never mind. Okay, anyway, let's start the second giveaway. Start guessing now. Oop, we actually got swung around there. And we end with an ammo rack, because why not? Nice little game there. I don't believe that was an ace though. Like, I mean, a little less could have done with a few more kills or supremacy points, but pattern isn't that great, is it? So let's see, what else have we got? We got some more games, of course. I'm not sure what all of them are, because basically like the names are all random. But let's have a look at a game from Ivan. It was also one of those things. When it was first released, I really loved it, but after that, I just generally didn't bother with it. There are so many things in the game that I just need to give another chance, honestly, because when I first got them and played them, then I didn't really like them, but it's honestly not really fair to stick to that position when it's been X amount of years since then. Oh, that pen. He does take a hit for that, but oof. Will he be able to pen that again? Yes, yes he can. Sherry now dropping down. Sherry shooting the Sherry. This is the thing with the Emu and the Kranwagen, the Kranwagen. You can get shot in the face so much. I can't believe that Sherry's alive that. You can enter for a friend, by the way, I can see. Like, if you know a free-to-play player or something, you can enter with their in-game name, and they can be surprised with a pass if they win. Nice. He's just farming at this stage, honestly, but it's working quite nicely. I don't think they're crossing there. At least not yet. Let's see. Jimmy got killed there. No idea who Jimmy is. Nishan, you have to keep in mind, you're guessing for like the whole team, so like it's team damage. So you should be thinking around the, let's say 11,000, 12,000 kind of area. Maybe higher, maybe lower. Depends on whether they win or lose, honestly. Ooh, nice. Now they're getting in each other's way. Nice. Ivan farming. Nice. 3v3, they're all in the middle there. He's done 5k damage so far. They have 2 bases, they have a very ample point advantage. B5 arriving. He's got all the HP he needs, honestly. And there's an STB to finish him off, potentially. He's not actually going for it, is he? Nope, denied. Streetwagen also not getting the kill. Let's see. Just 2 TDs now. One of them is a waffle. I'm not sure I've seen the waffle, but that has a lot of damage still to be had. Oh, there's the litter. Cheeky. Nice. Maybe he just wants to farm the damage down certain. There we go. Nearly 7k damage. Beautiful. This is just Ivan casually doing this sort of damage. Yeah, but you can enter for others. Honestly, I don't mind. Entry is entry. As long as people enter just for one person, it's all good. Free stuff is free, really. Still, I need to figure out what to do for those remote controls, honestly. I only have 2. To be fair, I haven't been playing all that much, so that's probably part of it as well. Let's see, we have about 10 minutes, well, 20 minutes left, so that's about 15 minutes left for games. Oh, I actually have like a very long game, which is 9 minutes long, and I'm actually going to show that to you because it's an Uprising game, and I think I did pretty okay. Of course, it is with one of my favorite tanks, the Carrot. Oh god, it is so warm here today. It's gonna be worse tomorrow and the day after. I'm not looking forward to that part of streaming in summer. Let's see. See, when the carrot works, it works so well. I'm not really good with all the extra speed there. And at one point I was like, I wanted to go into the corner, but then I realized I had pretty much no support, and I was like, yeah, I don't really want to be there, and that was my mistake. I should have just gone to the corner. But you'll see what I mean. We have a CS there. And of course, we have a pattern over there. And I may hit the pattern there, but I am losing HP so fast. My first life is not really long for this world, really. And there's a Mino there. And then of course I don't hit him, which is just mean. Now we have my first life gone. It gets better, I promise. So it's like I wasn't sure what I wanted to do here, but I went for this because the carrot is a little bit sluggish. And then of course this guy turns out to be here, so I just mark him and just go for murder. I was actually hoping to shoot him and then ram him too fast, and I missed him. And it's actually costing me a bit of HP. But there we go, I still get the ram kill. And then I just turn around and bounce shots and use his corpse to retreat. See, this is the thing, like, I usually love the boost thing when I'm driving a heavy, but the carrot is pretty sluggish, so it probably works out well. Leo is still alive, and I so wanted to shoot that guy, and now I finally do. If I had marked him before, he probably would have been dead. Can't actually shoot him. I'm like, I don't really want to stay here because I'm kind of like dug in. I can't really do anything, go anywhere. And then of course we have the spaghetti, and I missed him by shooting the ground. Like, I promise, it does get better. Like, the end result is pretty decent. Of course, that is not very decent. And it's like, is he dead? No, I actually got shot all the way from base where base A would be. But yeah, the mouse is not dead. He got murdered. And I'm still getting shot at. And I kind of want to hurt the mouse. I don't really want to waste my extra damage thingy on him though, because it's too tricky to shoot him. I do like Uprising. Usually, like, my weapon of choice for Uprising... Oof, 16 HP, remember that. My weapon of choice for Uprising is generally the Smasher. But in this case, I just went for the carrot because I needed to win the meds. Also, with him driving away, I didn't want to mark him because that would be a waste. Because he would be able to get out of there. So I'm like, I'm not quite sure where I want to go. But then I see a TD crossing over and I was like, oh dear. I might mark him and then do extra damage. I got the shot in. And I'm not sure what happened here because it was actually not letting me drive there. Still don't know what that was about. So I still have 16 HP at this point. I'm kind of scared to go anywhere. Type just crossing over, free damage. And then I missed by a mile because why not? But I do get the kill. It's all good. 6 HP damage extra. Yes, I totally meant to die early to get early thingies. Now I just mark him and I shoot. This is the thing though, I often accidentally hit the speed thing rather than the mark thing, which is not really what I want to do. And then of course I shoot a split second too early, which is also a pain. But I know I only have 16 HP, so I know I'm gonna die. So there we have it. And then we get this. Of course I might as well get the Wolf Strike as well, even though I'm not really a rammer. But there we go. And that's like, I don't really want to go downtown. Just want to have a quick look at who's here. Then we spot the pattern. And the pattern is hurting. And is hurting badly. And he does take one shot, but I took all of his health. So now I just reload in peace and just wait, because they might rush me, I don't know. Ah, that's why, yeah, this is Uprising mostly. Never quite know. This seems to be like the best place to put the logo. And I kind of wanted to shoot the mouse, but at the same time it kind of felt like potential waste damage, especially when he vanished. So I'll just... at this point, like, I know that I kind of have to move. But I don't want to make myself an obvious target, so we go elsewhere. Then we see the convoy there and the mouse there, and the mouse is like in the middle, and I was hoping that he would push, which he does. So then I mark him, and I love that part. And he actually got like murdered, proper murdered. And I was so hoping the convoy would show himself there, because that would have been juicy. I still got a nice shot into the Mino there. But in knowing that I'm on my last life, I'm being way too careful here, to be honest. I'm switching to Primo, but I actually missed that. I need to look up the shell velocity, if there's a big difference between the two. I didn't think there was, though. Mino pulling... actually getting murdered before I can kill him. So we know we have one tank with two... no, they all have one just life now left. Conway and Patton both getting murdered. I'm like, just... now it's just the Mino. So that is 3 damage. I don't want to get absolutely murdered, so I'm trying to be a little bit careful by driving into buildings, because I'm super pro. We all know women can't drive, and I can say that because I am one. If you say it, it's bad. If I say it, it's funny. So then, of course, I hit the wrong button again and go for the speedy thingy. I actually bounce with that shot. And then it's like, reserve shell for the win. There we have it. 12k damage in Uprising with an AFK on my team. I do love this tank. I love this tank. I love this game mode. I love this game mode specifically with the Smasher, to be honest. When you flip a tank and then you murder them is so funny. And it pisses people off so much. So yeah, that was beautiful. I'm actually not sure whether or not I did all my missions today. So in a few minutes we should get a room. Let's have a quick look. Yeah, about 5-ish maybe. I don't really want to risk it. Yeah, exactly that. As you just said, you have an elixir to spend, get it anyway, even if you're not planning to ram anyone, it's ram protection. That's exactly why I did take it. I don't intend to ram, but if there's nothing else to spend it on and I'm on my last life, I'm taking it anyway, because why not? The only thing I generally don't take in those situations is the double shot. Also, by the way, have a quick look at the cat, and I can look at my message then. It was a friend request. And there we go, we have a cat. And there we go. Thickness. There we go. Let's see, we can look at stuff in the store. I have a crate left to open. So this is actually something that I found really funny with the sandbox containers. I love that they're doing this though. Like, all the tiny and cute donks are in there, including some really good ones. Like you have the Panzer B2 here, which is one of 2 tanks together with this Valentine that it has preferential matchmaking. As long as you tune it with either each other or the same tank, like the Valentine and the Panzer B2, you can tune them together, or you can tune it with 2 Panzer B2s or 2 Valentines. You do not see tier 5. But they're the only 2 tanks left in the game that have that. And of course there's quite some funny monsters in here. Not all of them the best. Let's actually see, like, the FT is so cute. T46, this is a very nice little seal clubbing monster. And of course you have the duck tank. Which else? Lux is always fun. The Yui is in there, which is awesome. That's actually, it might have been this Valentine. Yeah, it's not the Valentine at Mark 9. I think it's... Oh god, now I'm actually not sure. But yeah, one of them has... This is what happens when they make everything collectible and everything. Makes it confusing. Panzer 3A is also quite nice. That's one of basically the earliest reses that I earned were on this tank. But yeah, I love that they're selling these kind of things where you can, like, the super low tier tanks. Even though they kind of don't want people to steal club, it is quite a nice one. Let's see. We have to wait a little bit longer. Yeah, 2-ish minutes. And then we'll get the room for the grand finals of this evening between Enemy and Serenity. Kind of rhymes, doesn't it? To be fair, I can never get the text to work for me, either Nishant. It never works for me. Which is stupid, because it should work just by typing the name with the app, and it just doesn't work. No, it doesn't show as a tag. That's the weird thing. Like, when you do it, it actually shows me a notification. But when I do it, it doesn't work. It's supposed to work kind of like a Discord tag, but it doesn't. Kind of depends on what device you're on, probably. I can never get it to work for me. It's fine. So now we're just literally waiting until the room pops up. Half a minute left to go, and then we get the invite. I need to look up what other modes we're getting. Because the thing is that with Uprising, I always love doing my clan missions with Uprising. I think I've not played much. Win 3 in a row. I might try to do that tomorrow. There we go. And we have a room. Whoop whoop. Ah, okay. Learn something new every day. So you only see the tag if you are the one being tagged. There we go. In the meantime, anyone following the football? We currently have Switzerland versus Germany. And which is the other one that we have? Scotland versus Hungary. They've only 5 minutes in, both matches are still 0-0. I do like the garage though, by the way. I like the cat. Oh god. He's lying on top of the fluffy kitty. Things that I wish you could see that like up close. This is seriously the best things I have in my garage, just the cat. There's like a stuffed Christmas cat, even though it's like the middle of summer. I cannot get myself to get that out of the garage because it's just too cute. And on the other side I've got the ornithopter. Do you also have two screens active, by the way, or are there more already? Because then technically I should be able to get more. I'm not sure how. There's a lot of smoke coming out of there. Vinny saying, I have no clue. It's crazy I made it this far in life. Mood. I totally get. Let's see. And there we have it. We are below 3 minutes. We can go into the room and have a look at the teams and their lineups, and of course do the map thing. We are going to Port Bay to start with. Was one of the maps where people sometimes drown themselves for really stupid reasons. I do advise against that, by the way, because doing that on purpose means that you're rigging and you can get reported and banned for that, so be careful. Let's see. Whoop, whoop. Also have to remember to click away the map thingy, because otherwise it's gonna start playing again later on. So, we are getting ready for enemy versus Serenity, as I said. And Serenity is taking 5 FTs, a mouse and a bat chat. And enemy is taking 3 FTs, 2 VK90s, a VK72, and a mouse. No fast tanks whatsoever. I always find this kind of funny though, like the meta this season is like you take a big gun and you take a lot of German super armor, and then maybe you switch in a little bit of I7 or a little bit of Reno, a little bit Batchat, maybe an STB here and there. But for the most part, you just spam the FTs and add some German super heavies. One minute left to go before we go into the first game of this best of 9, which means that the first person, well, not first person, well also, but first team to reach 5 victories is the one that wins the Challengers tournament. No, it just basically this is always the point where I'm like, I wish they could just say, yeah, we're definitely ready, and then they can just go. Let's see if Serenity can take it home. At the same time, they did come through the lower bracket. I should have actually checked like the previous matchups between them, but we're about to see what happens between them. And here we go. Yeah, I think those are the remotes I've got too, so okay, hopefully then I didn't miss any. Can I just say, I love the pure innocence in the chat right now with people teaching each other how to tag and everything. Enemy focusing all their firepower on the city side. Serenity focusing most of their firepower. Oh, this might be tricky. Oh, Fraud is alone. Spots Landa over there. He's not going in for the base. Oh, they did not blind shot that. They know where he drove through. And we have Serenity not actually going for the cap. They are driving past it. So we might be seeing a trap. Base C now being taken. Lance is there. Immediately enemy is taking other positions. This is clever though. Look at this. They're like, okay, if we see that being capped, then it's likely that there's someone over there. Tokunami landing a big hit into Void there. Spit taking a hit. Base B is being kept. And basically Pelford is not going to be able to reset it in time. He's there to try, and he does keep the mouse spotted. But he's not reloaded in time to do that. Does track the mouse. Pelford does get spotted for it, and he takes a big hit. But now enemy has 2 bases. So Lugosha taking quite a bit of damage there. And Lance taking hits as well. Serenity pushing through the spawn there, but there's a lot of guns and armor there. They're going after Parmesan. And Alpha is the preferred target. And he will not survive this next reload. Alfred is the first one gone. Parmesan is still alive. And Vabon is going to be the next in line to get murdered. Void of Reality got set on fire and died. KMS got taken out. Spit is dealing with Solokosha. Lance helps him but loses a whole ton of HP for it. And now base A is being kept. It is 4v5. Lance getting rammed to death there. And Spit losing a whole lot of HP. Lana going to go around him. Da Silva losing HP quickly and gets murdered by Parmesan, who is still alive. They need to pick up the one-shots. Big hit! There goes Spit, and now it's just Pelford. There we go. And he knows he's not going to survive this. And there he goes. Gets murdered by Landa. They had 2 bases, but way too many guns. That is true, I did not pin that message. Ooh. Have a pin. To be fair, it shouldn't really be needed. It's just as a kind of reminder for easy pointing. Enemy gloriously winning the first game there. 1.5 minutes left to go before we go into the second game on Port Bay. Serenity now taking 2 VK90s, 4 FTs and potentially an STB. Where enemy is taking 2 VK90s, 3 FTs and potentially 2 mice. If Parmesan actually readies up in the mouse. It is a tricky thing though, like with the German army and everything, Serenity kind of got like pulled out. Thought they had an upper hand on one side but didn't, so as they pushed into more guns than they had expected or wished. Seconds left to go before we go into the second game of this best of 9. Enemy showing themselves very strong right now. Very well. I love the reaction that you saw, that when base C was being kept, they realized that there would be guns coming from that direction, so they actually rotated around to go into a more hold down position to be safer. And then when Serenity pushed, they just pushed back. Well played. And here we go. so many FTs. It's really just FTs in German super armor. And an STB. A lone STB. Metzi. Caps locking. And it is 1-0 for Germany, yeah. Nice. Belfort heading towards the base C section. But enemy heading on force into the city and the harbor. Spit is there as well. Lenda going into a side scraping position. Spitfire is doing the same thing on the other side. They do spot one another. Immediately he turns this tank. Immediately FTs are firing. Parmesan is waiting to get unspotted. Not pushing, and kind of expecting someone to come from the harbor by the looks of it. C is being taken. Pelfraud gets it for free. With enemies stacked into the city. And Spit is not retreating, but going back a tier of cover basically. And now Serenity has a base advantage. The question is what enemy will be doing, because now we see the FTs moving, heading towards the German super armor. And then Spit might be a little bit lonely. Spit getting tracked there. Manages to... oh, never mind. He does lose HP from the middle. Parmesan. This is the thing with the mouse though. This is the goal of the mouse. He's losing more than they had bargained for, to be fair. They know where all the FTs are now, but Parmesan lost a whole lot of HP. Spitfires is in danger. Has to find cover. But is in trouble. Tokonami taking more damage, well, more HP from him. Base B has been kept in the meantime. We have Belfraud meeting Machita. And now we have Serenity pushing at the harbor. And Rambo immediately moving forwards to take the hit. They want Tokonami out. Tokonami goes down. They are losing HP for that. Base A is being kept. Parmesan still alive. But they want Rambo out. Lance rotating around. Not quite getting the shot in. Trying to survive. Alpha goes down. There goes Lance. Fabon is going to take out Rambo. And now Lenda is arriving. Rambo and Solokosha are both gone. Big hit into Lenda. KMS also going after Fabon. Fabon does get a hit in first though. And now it is 4v3. And Void is in danger, losing a lot of HP very quickly, especially when he gets set on fire. Also want to point out that Parmesan is still alive. There goes Void. And now it's just Da Silva and Belfraud. A and B are both in enemies' hands. Belfraud. Oof, losing so much HP so quickly. And he can't really do much. He can't really get out of there. He doesn't have the armor to help much. Parmesan is still alive. Ooh, and now Parmesan is just... there you go. Beautifully played by enemy here. That bit, like, it's hard to explain all at once. Da Silva obviously is not going to survive against this many guns. But what Parmesan did here, like... he knew that Da Silva was going to shoot him. And he didn't know if he survived, but he decided to absorb that shot and then just keep aiming at Belfraud and shoot him the moment that he could to kill him. It's well played. Very well played by both teams. Look at the damage though. That's like 400 points between them. So now we are moving on to Dynasty Sprawl, which of course has another map trailer that we've already seen tonight, but it's all good. And then I'm going to close the guessing. No, the goal got cancelled. Like, oh, I feel sorry for them though. Like, that's happened so much though. This European Championship, so many goals have just been taken back. So yeah, with that being said, stop guessing. Obviously, I'm not really following the football. I've got it like on in the background because I kind of like in between games. It's fun to see it a little bit. But basically, I love tours so much more than football. And no, that's probably blasphemy for Serenity because I know that they're pretty big football fans, judging by all the tags from the server at times. But I like country versus country, but overall, it's just I will have it on and then just basically do other stuff. So yeah, with 14 seconds left to go for Dynasty Sprawl, enemy is taking a VK90, 2 VK72s, 3 FTs and a Kranwagen. And Serenity is taking no less than 4 VK90s, 1 VK72 and 2 FTs. Whoop whoop. Onwards to the Panda map. Enemy so far proving to be very, very strong. And let's see. Cover being shot. Not sure if that was meant to happen. Enemy heading towards the base C area. Serenity doing the same thing. We might see a head-to-head clash here. Void of Reality and Lance potentially going to get caught out here. Lance gets spotted. Does not get shot for it, but is kind of lucky. Void as well gets shot at, but no pen happened. KMS. Oof, Bon losing a whole lot of HP there. The VK is crossing over in the middle. But it's a costly crossing. And they do not get the kill that they would like. And immediately we see like enemy rotating around. But this is the thing. They've got 4 tanks focusing on 1 tank here. And Serenity has to hope to survive long enough to make it work. They are all focusing on one another. Void of Reality is the preferred target. KMS goes down. So does Void though. And now we have 4 FTs dealing with just the one, trying to keep Rambo safe. Lance does not get another shot in. Solokosha still alive. This is a tricky game though. Like, enemy is being very dominant. They only lost 1 gun here, but that's mostly because Serenity was pushing together with so many tanks at once. Alpha losing more and more HP. They're not even really focus firing. They have a gun advantage, but they also have like a big HP advantage. Tokonami does decide that he wants to murder Pearl Fraud after all. Machita goes down, Alfred goes down, making it 5v3. 5v4. Fabon is almost gone. Da Silva loses a whole lot of HP, is not going to get to shoot again. And Rambo does take a hit. But Spit is dealing with high 12A, I think. And he gets murdered, and now it's just Fabon. And we might see a crushing kill. Yes, we see a crushing kill. Rambo doing the proper Rambo. And taking home the victory for enemy. Beautiful game. Aggressive game though. And that means that the total score is 16,833 for the giveaway. So well played. 1.5 minutes left to go. No potential match point just yet because it is a best of 9 rather than a best of 7. But we are getting close. Serenity really has to find their footing if they want to make this work. And now we have Serenity taking 2 FTs, 2 VK72s, 3 FTs now, and 2 VK90s. And on enemy side we see a VK72, 3 FTs, 2 mice, and a VK90. And I'm hoping that we will get to the tiebreaker, because I'm always a fan of tiebreakers, especially at this level of tools. But enemy is proving to be really, really strong right now, so I have to give them kudos for that. Let's see. "17 seconds left to go. Kind of like enemy is just responding to what Serenity is doing, but it's working out really, really well. I think that Serenity had expected to push their heavies into more than one tank, but as soon as enemy realized that there were 4 tanks pushing there, they was just like, okay, we go now, because now we have a big gun advantage on this side. And that's exactly what they did, and it makes sense. So to start with, we see Serenity heading a bit towards the middle, dividing their forces, and enemy pretty much doing the same thing. I wonder if the VKs are going to go to the middle or rather to the C part. Bit of both, with Belfort, Alfred, the first one to lose HP and losing quite a bit of it. He is the only one spotted right now though. Belfort taking base B. And this is, oh, I always love this, when you see it like this. He is there, he expects someone to try and reset him from there, but there's no one there. And now we have Machita together with the mice. And they might make their way there. Belfort has been spotted, but so have the ones that are trying to get to him. The VK90s are pushing in the middle. They are now getting spotted. Serenity is pushing. They are basically pushing with relatively minimal info. Now they're holding. Not quite pushing as far as you'd think. They're sort of like going for it a bit. The Silva crossing over. So do the other ones. They're going after Rambo. The Silva Ramboing into Rambo. And there's a lot of HP in the process. Serenity is pushing aggressively. The VKs are pushing over. But they're getting some pushback in the middle now. And Spitfires is almost gone. The HP from the Silva also almost gone. Landa still there. Void of Reality now pushing. Spit goes down. Oh, that a ram kill from a super heavy. Okay. Big hit into KMS there. Both teams have lost the tank. HP is neck and neck. Alfred and Rambo both go down. Babon gets murdered. And now Serenity has a disadvantage. Da Silva goes down as well. Big hit into KMS. And I'm not sure why, but, well, as in, I'm not sure why Serenity is sort of like, it's kind of like panicky kind of gameplay. Enemy is just playing it really cool and literally using every bit of their tanks to get dominance, really. Lens might still get a shot in, but there's just too much HP unless they magically ammo rank everyone. Because now it's just spell fraud against 4. And that's not going to go well. He survives another reload. But there he goes, shooting the building. And the game is for enemy. Very well played. Again, like, enemies just absorbing whatever Serenity is throwing at them, and Serenity seems really impatient in their gameplay these games. As in impatient as they're pushing without like the knowledge. They have the advantage and then they just kind of go for it. And enemies like, yeah, come. So now we have potential match point for enemy. If they win the next game, then they win the Challengers Tournament. We are moving on to my favorite map in the game, which is of course Molendijk. It is so pretty. It is an interesting map because you have two such different sides, but also like with the hill in the middle, it's kind of like, it's just beautiful. I love the way that it looks. I love the way that it works. This is a map I love playing on. And of course, it is based on my country, which, yeah, I'm kind of biased, not gonna lie. But yeah, potential match point for enemy. If they win this game, then they've got the championship. And for Molendijk, we see enemy taking an STB, 2 of them even. Ooh, we see a Foch, a nice 4. 2 FTs and potentially a Kranwagen, there we go. And they're going to go up against 4 FTs, a VK90, a 215B and a Patchet. I think it's not my first IS4 this season, but we rarely see them. And a Kranwagen is always tricky because it can get shot in the face. And let's have a look. Here we go. Beautiful TMNT camouflage on the Foch there. Looks very. And let's have a look how this is going to work out for enemy. Oh, it's nice to be able to fly over the red line like that. Serenity also heading towards this side, with Belfort heading towards the city. The SCBs. Oh, this could be tricky because that Batchet is very, very far away. Void immediately taking damage. And they are all here. I'm flying high. Let me actually fly a little bit lower. Void is being... Oh, Solo Gosha losing so much HP, but so does Void. Void lost a lot. Spit is moving. Belfort is flanking all the way around. KMS losing more HP. Tokonami not getting that hit in. And they are letting them have base A. Lance losing more HP. KMS pushing a little bit. Tokonami losing a whole lot of HP. I'm not sure what enemy is doing here. They're doing exactly what Serenity's been doing the last couple of games. But in this case, Serenity is the one absorbing and slowly but surely claiming the HP. Now Belfort has arrived. He's at the back of there. Lens is probably going to be the first one gone. Gets murdered. Robs is moving in, wants to murder Alfred. Oh, Alfred is not going to survive that one. No, he actually is, because Void takes him out. Belfort arriving, Fabon goes down. But in this case, with Spit arriving, Going in for a gentle push and then a murder shot. Serenity has the advantage for this game. Belfrod not going in for the kill. Leaving Salugosha with a grand total of 1 HP to be the last one alive. And it is Alpha that takes home the kill. Second time that we've seen someone survive on 1 HP this season. That's ridiculous. I think that might be why I love it though. Like what you're doing just said. Molendijk is too big. But basically Normandy and Canal and Molendijk are some of my favorite maps to play on. Because I love the maps that allow you to do multiple things. And I don't know. It's the small maps that I dislike. So, again, enemy is up for match point. Whichever match they win, if they win any game, then they've won the Challenger tournaments. Serenity has to win 4 more in a row for that to happen. Chat is like on fire tonight. 1 minute left and we see Serenity taking 4 FTs, a VK90, an IS-7 and a Batchat. And enemy is now taking 2 Foshes, a Kranwagen, 2 IS-4s, potentially another Fosh, and a Batchat if they ready up as they are right now. Really curious to see how this will work out. It might just be that Molendijk is not quite the map. Rambo going into an STB rather than a Foch. And let's see. 10 seconds. Here we go. Yeah, of course I'm biased. Especially with the map Molendijk. I love it. Mats is a clanmate. It's all good. Just to be clear. AMS heading towards the middle area. Belfrod heading towards the A area. They might spot one another. KMS being very forwards here. If he gets spotted there. What a move. Now he gets spotted. And he's instantly got shots in. Robes losing so much HP in the middle. Spit pulling back. I'm not sure that this is what they meant to do though. The HP is just bleeding away from them. Rambo having lost a lot of HP. Belfrod has been spotted but is now rotating around. Alfred taking a hit but also landing one. The Foch is now coming up behind. Tokunami arriving. Sologosha losing a whole lot of HP. Machita as well. They're going after Alfred, or attempting to. And there we go. Alfred makes him take his head off. A has been kept for security. There goes High 12 and Sologosha. And Alfred is just... Ropes got taken out. Alfred is heading around. This is basically kind of like a YOLO rush gone wrong, I think. It worked out well, but Serenity was still in too much cover for this to work out. KMS goes down, there goes Tokunam, and it's just Rambo. Despite their name, the last one alive. And there's not much he can do. Void is there. And does not ram him to death, he actually shoots him to death. always love it when it kind of like holds a little bit in the middle of the damage score and then it looks like one team only did 16 million damage, which is of course not the case. We are moving on to the next map. We are going to Black Goldville. Serenity slowly but surely standing back up. Black Goldville, one of those maps that I didn't notice it was gone, but then I got it in battle again. I was like, oh yeah, this map was around too. And I don't mind it, honestly. It's kind of a nice map. So let's see. The 7th game of this best of 9. Serenity slowly bring it, but I will repeat once more, any match that enemy wins is the winning match for them. But Serenity is getting there. They just need 3 more wins in a row in order to make it happen. And now we have enemy ready with 5 FTs, a Batchat and a VK90 versus Serenity in 4 FTs, a VK19, IS7 and a Batchat. And let's see. I'm so curious though, like the matches on Monotag, they were weird, not gonna lie. Like, we know that these are epic plays. We've seen 4 really good games from them. And those Monotag matches just seemed really out of place. And let's have a look. Batchat versus Batchat at base A probably. And then we have all the FTs behind it. No, never mind. Batchats are going towards base C, or at least Machita is. Did you see that? Did you see that? Parmesan immediately lost HP. There was a blind shot from Spitfires to the other spawn, and it worked. That's one reason why I'm not a fan of people being loaded when they load into the game, because you get stuff like that. Can you just imagine if that had been an ammo rack? I mean, it would have been glorious, but at the same time, you don't wish that on anyone. KMS missing the shot on Pelfrod. Pelfrod, is he going to get away with that? Yes, so far he is. This is also nice. I can fly through these and actually follow what's going on here. Da Silva, again, being the sacrificial lamb. Being set upon by many guns, but farming for all he's worth and trying to basically, he's using Tokonami as extra armor, honestly. Well done. There he goes though. Now we have Fabon farming Tokonami. Lance losing a lot of HP, is going to get murdered brutally here. No, he manages to survive a little bit longer. Belfrod and Elford arriving. Now we have Machita losing a lot of HP in the middle there. Base A is being kept. Lance goes down. Serenity is at a gun disadvantage here. And of course Belfrod is very unhealthy. Oh, Void. Machita does get taken out, and that was a very important kill. Void taking a big hit, landing 1-2. Spitfires, we missed that battle, but that was near base B. Spitfires took out Tokonami. No, sorry, not Tokonami. Landa. And now we have 4 versus 3. And they're all hoping that they can shoot one another. Alpha doing an expert job in staying alive here, which is very needed. Shots are being taken. Belfort is getting shot at, and now Void is responding to that by taking out Tokonami. Alpha not looking too healthy either. I keep thinking that I need to fly around the rocks, but I don't longer need to. Alfred goes down, so does H high 12. And now it's just Rambo. Again, Rambo being the last man alive. That has been happening quite a bit. Spitfires having arrived from base C. Does not get the kill in. And it is Void that eventually gets the kill. And we are at 4-3. And this is tricky stuff though. Because Serenity is really standing back up. And they're doing a fabulous job for it. Like, if they win the next game, then we get a tiebreaker. And that, honestly, for any finals especially, that's ace, I'll take it. Yeah, that was an instant blind shot. See, this is where the delay is kind of funny, because once the match is over, I see the reaction in the chat to funny stuff that happened in it. Yeah, 1 minute left to go before we go into the second game on Black Goldfield. And we see Serenity now taking 2 bad chats, 2 VK72s, a VK90 and 2 FTs. Versus... let's see what they're going to take. We see Nice 4 again. 3 FTs, 2 bad chats and a VK90. Let's see how this will pan out. We still have to wait like half a minute for that to happen. This is kind of like when I want to see. Oh, but those blind shots though, that was just evil. Seriously, like, all of these teams are epic, but some of the actions that Spit has done this matchup, and also, of course, Da Silva's sacrificial lambing. That's now a verb. It is so important to have that kind of role though. Like, as in, it's not important to be the sacrificial lamb, but I mean, like, being able to do that well and absorb and hold as long as you can to let your team do what is needed. That can make all the difference. And let's see. Enemy. And again! This time it was for Bon, but that was again a blind shot into... Oh, it might have been Spitfire as well, because he's reloading too. That's just ridiculous, honestly. Spit has to be careful. He's getting spotted now. Landa is dug in, but is dug in a very tricky position. We've seen that before, and it's not always working out right. But he does have more support. C being kept now, but base A has already been kept. Fabon pushing forwards. He's going for Landa. Does not get... Oh, no, he's getting shot at. He didn't... This is the thing with the position that Landa's in. As long as he's getting... They keep him spotted. He can do very little there, but he can get shot. And there's not much he can do about it. He's basically steadily being farmed. That position is so deadly. And now he is getting shot as he crosses over, but at least he will survive. Because that's not always been the case. In the meantime, Spitfires is taking some damage as well. But Serenity has a little bit of a point advantage there. Belfraud is arriving. Spit is losing more HP. He is getting farmed now. Has to be very careful where he's at. This is the thing though. Like, we have Belfraud there to help him spot. But Spit getting spotted from that side is actually costing him a whole lot of HP. In the meantime, we have enemy rotating back around, leaving KMS at the back there. Spit is spotted again. And he can't really do much of anything else there. He just has to wait and hope to not get farmed. Belfraud is not spotting him. He is trying to, but does not see anyone there. Machita is there as well. Robes has been spotted. Da Silva Ooh, takes a hit from the other side of the map. But this is... Oh, look at what enemy is doing. By forcing Da Silva to retreat and giving up base A, the FTs are only now getting spotted, at least Soligosha is. And now, Serenity will be in for a pickle, because Spit can't stay there. Not safely. And now they have 2 bases, so Belfort is now moving in. Rope's losing a bit more HP. Belfort got spotted. They kind of have no choice, they have to cap their base. He's not alone though. But now, enemy has quite a bit of a point advantage. Spitfire's actually got taken out, base B is being capped. Those positions are just so tricky though. Lance kind of needs to turn around. Takes a big hit, but Tokonami takes more hits with Void there as well. Belfort has been murdered. So has Tokonami. Da Silva arriving. Rope's taking lots and lots of hits. And now Da Silva has to be careful not to get murdered as Batchat. Base C is now being stolen again. Guns wise it is even, but now it no longer is. And of course there's a big HP advantage that is ever growing for enemy. If a bomb gets taken out, I think it's safe to say that this is enemy's game, because unless we see some magical kills, they're going to hit 1k points, and it looks like Alfred is going to go down, and he does, and that seals it. An enemy wins the game, the matchup, and the Challenges tournament. Beautiful. Beautiful games all around. Such clever little things that we've seen this matchup. But enemy proving to be too strong. Massive congratulations to them. And of course, commiserations to Serenity. But you got second in Challenges, so you should definitely still be proud. I think... I'm not sure why it's doing this. Oh yeah, and I know it's not even actually loading all of them. But very well played, both teams. This was beautiful to watch, honestly. So that is it for the Challenges Tour. We have officially a winner there. The worst enemy. Oh god, like my humor is that level. That joke level. Which is bad. But yeah, that's it for the games tonight, honestly. Tomorrow I will hopefully be back with the double elimination for the professionals. But for now, massive congratulations to enemy, and well, also congratulations to Serenity and KK, to be honest, with second and third place, because that's still something to be proud of. So let's just have a look. Basically, Himp and Michael 2 and the Scouser both won a battle pass. As said though, those are July battle passes, so they will get to your account come the beginning of July. And for the rest, with the fan containers, they should come somewhere in the upcoming week. But you have to keep in mind, I'm passing all the winners on to Wargaming at once, so you have to be a little bit patient. But of course, if you have any questions, you can join my Discord server and ask there. So, thank you all for watching. Thank you, Agassi, so much for handling the giveaway stuff, and also, of course, minding the chat for me. And that's actually going to be it for me for tonight. Like I said, beautiful games. Honestly, I will stream games like this any day. Let's just have a look at where... just looking at where the stream is. But honestly, enemy is too strong here. And I think it's like... I don't know. Serenity does not look like its steady self, basically. Because overall, I've seen Serenity play in so many seasons and they've just been chef's kiss. And this is just not that. An enemy is just really good in absorbing everything that they did. So yeah. Again, congratulations. And hope you all have a lovely evening. I will see you all tomorrow, hopefully, fingers crossed. And for now, I wish you all a very good night. And yeah, that's it for now. Bye bye.